I am truly undecided on what late night story time to give you, but come on. Hey, thank you for viewing. This is Biba TV, and you know how I do. This is story time. And yes, we are going to keep the book closed, but we can talk about it below. Do you think husband is still around? And if you don't know, and you're new to my channel, I speak about Peach and her husband was. I have to ask this question just so I can get a little bit of inside view of what is really going on, because as you know, Woods had an appointment to be at the courthouse on July the 17th, and he has now have a charge of failure because he didn't show up. Now, he didn't show up, and it's also a fee of $163 or something plus that he failed to pay. So I'm looking at this kind of side-eyed because this is not strange for Woods, right? The courtroom is no surprise for Woods. But I'm saying to myself also because in one of Peach's videos, she say that lady husband has left her. Mind to tell you, I don't think so. Now, if you think he has left her or you think he's still with her, leave it in the comments below. Because, see, we can always talk about it over here. We don't have to argue about it. We can just simply talk about it because it's out here for us to have a conversation, right? Now, check this out. As I was thinking and I heard Peach make that video, matter of fact, 3 videos. She made a video of her, showing what her food was and McKay tasting it. Then she also turned around and made a video of her on the giant slide, speaking about her kids wanted her to get on the giant slide. And then she turned around and went to Sam's Clubs, clearly. But one thing about it, if you paid attention to those videos, the little ones were nowhere around. Now, I'm sure they was at the water park, but I'm also under the impression they were being controlled by someone because they clearly were not running around her or McKay while that video was being cut. And nevertheless, when she was at Sam's Club, no little ones were running around. So who would be watching the kids if everybody else is through with her and she's through with them? Make it make sense. Okay, so as I was observing that, I said to myself, well, Woods never did show up in court, so perhaps he is still with her. Okay, leave that in the back of your mind. But I also saw, just like many of us in these YouTube streets, some audio had dropped of Woods' charges. It is stated Peach McIntyre has a husband with a record a mile long. If you have not checked it out, you need to go and visit Back with T07. He dropped some information, and I don't know if it's accurate, but allegedly Woods have a record a mile long. Just like the title says, Peach husband has a record a mile long. He's not kidding. And I'm going to say it just like that. Since 2005, Mr. Underwoods have a track record out of this world. I couldn't even imagine. But we're going to talk about that. As I was taking a look, in 2005 and 2006, he has charges of burglary. In 2008, he had charges of cannabis as well as paraphernalia. 2009, obstruction or opposing an officer without. Also in 2009, driving without license, canceled or suspended. 2010, burglary again, as well as 2011, 2 counts of failure to pay child support. Also shows 2 times within 2 weeks of uttering a foreign object. That's in 10 2011 as well as 10 2011. One's the 5th and one's the 9th. Now hold on, because we ain't done yet, because it also states in 2013 battery, domestic violence, obstruction, an officer, opposing an officer, and third, criminal mischief. 2014, driving under the influence. 2016, failure to pay child support court order. 2018, faced the charges of battery, domestic violence, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and aggravated battery, great bodily harm. And that's with the bottle, the vacuum, and y'all. Also in 2020, driving under the influence as well as driving with license canceled or suspension. To mention, still facing in 20 aggravated battery deadly weapon charges. As we already know, he failed to show up in court simply for a DUI and non-payment of something so small as $167 or $63. But whatever the amount is, it was just too much for him to pay, which lets me know personally, deep in my spirit and my soul, that this man is still drinking, and that's just it. You can argue with me in the comments below, but he's still drinking, and I'm under the impression he's still in the presence of his kids, who he chooses not to take care of the proper way. Y'all know what I mean by that. It's a shame and a pity that this woman would come on this platform laughing and giggling, smiling in people's faces, talking about people as if they're trash and she's the shizzle. And all the time, she called herself loving on a man that refused to take care of her the proper way as a wife should, and not alone to mention take care of his own kids that he impregnated her with. And running around town drinking and driving, and could cause bodily harm to someone out here in these streets, and he don't have one license. Let alone to mention, when he's in the mood, he want to cause domestic violence. And if he's also in the mood, he'll take what don't belongs to him. And that's just on period. So that explains why she takes the time out to take her hard-earned money and spend it on him, buying these trucks and carrying on, knowing that this man don't even have a license. You understand why I'm going with it? Knowing he don't even have a license, but the nerve to sit and feed a man that won't feed you and won't feed his own flesh and blood, that could never stand. And that's why he has one of them domestic violence charges with the vacuum cleaner, because mom probably tried to stop it. But who is she? Been actually said that she ran around fighting other women over her man. And you know if you know, you know if you know in these YouTube streets who said that. And everybody in this world has a story to tell, and you can never stop someone from telling their own story. This is Beba TV. Click like and subscribe and share your comments below.